150 plus things I do to sell a home. Hi, this is Roby Thomas with Realty Experts. A heads up that this is going to be a rather long video, but rest assured it'll be of value if you have the patience to wait till the end. So without further delay, these are the list of the activities that I do. First one is the pre-listing activity. First of that I make the appointment with the seller for the listing presentation. Number two, I send a letter, a written or an email confirmation of the listing appointment and a call to confirm the appointment. Number three is reviewing the pre-appointment questions which are part of the discovery. Number four, research all comparables currently with the listed properties. Number five, research sales activity from the MLS and public records and from databases for the comparable properties. 6, research average days on market for property of similar type, price range, and location. 7, download and review property with the tax roll information. 8 is to prepare the comparable market analysis to establish a fair market value. 9, research properties ownership and the deed type. 10, research properties public record information for the lot size and dimensions. 11, verify the legal names of the owners in the county public record and the property records. Number 12, prepare listing presentation package with the above materials. 13, perform the appeal of assessment with the subject property. 14, compile and assemble the file on the property. 15, review listing appointment checklist to ensure all steps and actions are completed before I contact the seller. 16, contact title company and obtain the relevant information from a property profile or the preliminary title report. And then I move on to the listing appointment presentation preparation, which is number one of that is 17, give seller an overview of the current market conditions and the projections. 18, review agents, company credentials, and the accomplishments that I have done with testimonials. 19, present the company's profile and the niche expertise that I have in the marketplace. 20, present the comparables to you, the seller, and the property's current listings and surrounding expired listings that didn't sell. 21, current market conditions discussion. 22, discuss your goals with the market activity. 23 is discuss the compensation being paid to the listing broker, including the option to offer a cooperating commission to buyers, agents, if any, and the amount. Talk about the benefits and the different strategies related to the offering to pay the buyer's agent or buyer's broker. 24, explain power and benefits of listing with the multiple listing service and the office exclusive option and the consequences related to these choices. 25, explain power of the web marketing, the IDX feed, and syndication with the other websites. 26, explain to you how the work behind the scenes work before and after hours and during the weekends. 27, explain the qualification of the buyers and the compliance with the fair housing laws and principles to minimize the inconvenience to seller from curiosity of buyers. Present is strategic master marketing plan. 29, explain the relationships and determine the seller's presence during showings. 30, explain the listing contract, including disclosures regarding real estate agency and the advisories and obtain the seller's signatures. 31, prepare net sheets based on the listing price, estimated sales price, loan information that is due to the bank, if any, and then provide it to you. 32, discuss with you if there is a current tenant. If so, whether the property will be sold vacant or occupied. If the tenancy will be terminated and the property is to be sold vacant, advise you, the seller, to consult with a qualified landlord or tenant attorney to verify the process, if it is done properly and in a timely manner. 33 is to discuss with the seller if there are any current adult occupants who are not the named sellers, such as adult family members. If so, to add the forms related to the tenant occupied property, which is also an addendum. 34, verify the name on the listing agreement that matches its name under the current title. And if you, the seller, is signing in a representative capacity, to obtain all appropriate legal documentation like the trust document, letter of tenancy, board resolution, operating agreement. Consult with and provide to title officer the appropriate document that has been received to authorize sale by entity, which they will then double check. 35, prepare a detailed list of personal property that you, the seller, intends to take or leave, and whether there are items that will remain that are leased or liened. 36, discuss advantages of staging property. Once property is under the listing agreement, here's the list of the other following things. 37, confirm the lot size via owner's copy of certified through the survey if at all available. 38, prepare showing instructions for buyers, agents, and showing times with the seller. 39, discuss possible buyer financing alternatives and options with you, the seller. 40 is identify if there's an association and any fees related information, and also to include those forms into the listing presentation for signatures. 42 is order copy of the HOA documentation from the title through the title company. 43 is to order the natural hazard disclosure and the reports as applicable through the title company. 44 is to verify security systems, current terms of service, and whether it's owned or leased and transferable. 45, to ascertain need-based paint disclosures, if there's lead in it or not. 46, prepare property amenities and assess the market and how it impacts. 47, compile a list of repairs and maintenance items. 48, have extra keys made for lock boxes and as a backup. 49, verify if property has rental units involved, and if so. 50, obtain from you, the seller, current lease agreements and income and expense statement if under that particular clause. 51, provide tenant estoppel certificate for tenant to verify rent and security deposit if required. 52, inform tenants of listing and discuss how showings will be handled. Obtain the tenant's signature for the lockbox and the key safety, and tenant's permission to access property and the forms for that. To discuss a notice of sale for entry to make showing and availability so that there's no clash between the tenant and buyer and the buyer's agent. 53, arrange for installation of the yard sign. 54, provide seller with seller's disclosure forms and advisories such as the real estate transfer disclosure and all legal documentation required by law. And also, if any other disclosures need to be done, if there was any death in the property in the last 3 years, and if there's any other information that the seller is aware of that they want to disclose and have to disclose as per the law. 55 is to review the curb appeal and assess and provide suggestions to improve visibility and appeal based on that. 56 is to review interior decor and assess and suggest changes to shorten the time that the house sits on the market by doing that. 57, to upload the listing into the transaction management software system. 58 is to provide seller a copy of the listing agreement at the time of execution. 59, contact staging company if required by seller, entering the property in the multiple service database. And 60, preparing the MLS profile sheet 61 is to enter property data from the profile sheet into the MLS listing database. 62 is to provide that MLS database listing and cross-check for accuracy. 63 is add property to the company's active listing list for internal company syndication. 64 is to check with the profile property and the tax records. 65, take additional photos for MLS uploading, probably about 45 pictures. 66 is to draft listing remarks and public view for private showing remarks. And then we move into marketing the listing. The 67, to create the printing disclosures and the marketing flyers, uploading into the MLS and the marketing system that syndicate with that. 70 is to install the electronic lockbox and input the showing times. 71 is to prepare the mailing addresses for the list of neighboring properties. 72 is to mail just listed labels and reports to the entire neighborhood. 73 is to verify if all the forms are correct, which are being uploaded. 75 is to review the comparables if it's current. 76 is to make the marketing of the seller's property accuracy. 77 is arrange and copy of supply of marketing brochures or flyers to company. 78 is to place marketing brochures in all company agent mailboxes. 79, upload listing to company and agent internet sites if applicable. 80 is to mail out just latest notice to 500 neighborhood residents. 81 is to advise the network referral program of the listing. 82, provide marketing data to buyers coming through the international relocation networks. 83 is provide marketing data to buyers coming from other external referral networks. 84 is to provide special feature cards for marketing to sellers. 85 is to submit advertisements to the company's participating internet real estate portals. 86 is price changes conveyed promptly to all internet groups as discussed with the seller. 87 is to reprint supply brochures as needed. 88 is the loan information reviewed and updated in the MLS as required. 89, feedback of the email, faxes, etc. sent to buyers agents after showings. 90 is review weekly market study and updates to the seller. 91, discuss feedback from showings with seller to determine if any changes are needed. 92, place regular weekly update calls to seller to discuss marketing and pricing if required, if there's any change required. 93 is to change anything promptly in the MLS database. 94, receive and review all residential purchase agreements and submit to the seller as received. 95, evaluate the offers and compare a summary of multiple offers, and then provide a net sheet for the seller for comparison and to help decide which is the better offer to take. Then getting into the offer and the contract itself. At 96, submit all offers received to the seller unless instructed in writing by seller not to present until a specific time. 97, counsel seller and explain merits and weaknesses of each offer and as written by the buyer, which may include termite reports, any costs that are being assigned to the seller through the buyer as part of negotiation. 98 is to review buyer's qualifications. 99 is to deliver seller's disclosure to buyer upon request and prior to offer if possible. 100, confirm buyer is pre-qualified by calling the loan officer directly and verifying. 101 is to obtain pre-qualification letter or pre-approval of buyer loan from the officer if they haven't provided it. 102 is negotiate all offers of the seller's behalf, including price, costs, and all time frames. 103 is to prepare and convey counteroffers, acceptance, and amendments to buyer's agent. 104 is to deliver copies of contracts to escrow, all other necessary parties to be updated. 105 is buyer's signed contract purchase is accepted and sent to seller, obtain seller signatures, and then deliver a copy to the buyer's agent. 106 is to verify that the buyer has submitted the initial deposit to escrow holder, usually the escrow company, the same day or the following day. 107 delivers copy of the fully signed offer to the purchase contract to the seller and the title company, and a copy to the lender. Send a copy of everything and verify with the administration. 109 is to provide copies of signed offer to purchase contract to all parties and verify again. 110, if additional offers are submitted between contract and closing, submit to the seller and to give professional advice. 111 is to change status in the MLS from active to pending, or active under contract, or similar status as per the situation. 112 is to update transaction management system or the assistant showing sale pending. 113 is to provide the credit report information to seller if property will be seller financed. 114 is buyer's agent to refer buyer to loan broker or lender if the buyer has not already made contact, and if applicable, follow up as necessary to confirm whether the loan is locked in or not.